Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Shuklam Baradharam Vishnum Safivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopasantaye Yasyad Veradavaktradhya Parishadhya Parasatam Vignam Nignanti Satatam Vishpaksenam Tamasraye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheswaraha Gurur Sakshat Parad Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunbandi Divyaistavaihi Vedaihi Sankapadak Kramopanishadaihi Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pasyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam Na Vidhu Surasura Gana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. With Bhagavan's grace, Eka Dasodhyayaha. Eka 1, Dasa 10, Adhyayam, something we call it as chapter, but the Adhyayam is something that is to be Adhyayanam. We must do Adhyayanam and the Adhyayam, which means we must practice it, understand it clearly, and then put it into practice. By practicing it, we understand it with clarity, and that is why it is called Adhyayam. Even though English we translate it as chapter, it is really Adhyayam. Okay, Ekadasaha 11. Okay, 1 plus 10 is 10. Viswaroopa Darsana Yogaha. The vision embracing divinity through the vision of the omnipresence. Arjuna said, the words that you spoke for my welfare, describing the most sacred and unknown knowledge about the indweller, have removed my delusion. Remember, Arjuna asked, show me where I can find you, and Bhagavan went and described in detail, right? And that's what we just covered. For example, Bhagavan begins by saying, Aham Atma Kutakesa in 10 number, if you look at number 10, Aham Adihi Cha Madhya Cha Bhutanam Antayeva Cha, like that he begins explaining so beautifully. And then also Vedanam, Samavedam, Indriyanam, Udhranam, okay, Aditya Cha. All the things that he gives with different examples, all the way through different illustrations, and then Arjuna says, this is what all the rishis say, and you also say that, Param Brahma, Param Dhamma, and he addresses all that. And then now he says, Arjuna Uvacha, Mutt Anugrahaya Paramam Gukhyam Adhyatma Samnitam Yat Vayoktam Vachastena Mohoyam Vigato Mama. Arjuna Uvacha, Mutt Anugrahaya Paramam Gukhyam Adhyatma Samgitam Yat Vayoktam Vachastena Mohoyam Vigato Mama. After listening to this teaching from the Lord, Arjuna says, my delusion is gone, really, after listening to this. And he's going to come up with a beautiful, beautiful request that is available to every one of us. It is not exclusive for Arjuna, but Bhagavan himself will give the qualification for that, to fulfill that particular request. And that is coming. Padangal are Mutt Anugrahaya Paramam Gukhyam Adhyatma Samhitam Yat Tvaya Uktam Vachaha Tena Mohaha Ayam Vigato Mama. Mutt Arjuna Vacha, Arjuna said, Mutt Anugrahaya, to bless me, for the sake of blessing me, for the sake of giving your anugraham to me. When Bhagavan's anugraham is there, what can Navagrahams do is the same. Nothing, everything is fulfilled when Bhagavan's grace descends on us. Okay? So, Mutt Anugrahaya Paramam Gukhyam, the most sacred and exalted. At the same time, Gukhyam does not mean secretive, as we saw earlier in Rajavidya Raja Gukhya Yogam in 9th Adhyayam. Gukhyam also means it remains unknown because people have not gone to seek it. That's why it remains unknown. That's why it becomes Guhyam. It's secret, but remains unknown. Most exalted and most unknown, Adhyatma Samgitam, the knowledge of the indweller, knowledge of the self. Okay? And due to your grace, to shower your grace for me, this most exalted and unknown knowledge that has been described, yet vachaha, through whatever words, whatever speech, tvaya, by you, uktam, said, okay, tena, from that, based on that, from that, mama, my, ayam mohaha, this delusion, vigataha, is eliminated, is deleted, is gone, okay, disappeared, right? So that's the meaning of it. Arjuna uvacha Mutt anugrahaya paramam guhyam adhyatma samyitam yat vayoktam vachastena mohoyam vigato mama. Slokam number 2. My dear Krishna, your eyes are so beautiful like lotus petals. I've heard from you in detail about the appearance and disappearance of beings, and also about the indestructible greatness of your glory, have I not? Bhavapyayau hi bhutanam srutau vistaraso maya tvattaha kamalapatraksha mahatmayam api cha avyayam. Bhavapyayau hi bhutanam srutau vistaraso maya tvattaha kamalapatraksha mahatmyam api cha avyayam. Padangal are bhavapyayau, bhava api ayayau, bhavapyayau hi bhutanam srutau vistarasaha maya tvattaha kamala patra aksha mahatmyam api cha avyayam. Kamala patra aksha, literal translation is kamala is lotus, patra is leaf, aksha is eye. One whose eyes is as beautiful as the lotus leaf. But actually, the beauty of Bhagavan's eyes is much more than the beauty of a leaf of a lotus plant. Really, right? It is not equal to that. We call this as upamanam. And when, for example, in the Ganesha Atharvasisham, when we say that, Gananam tva ganapati gumho avamahe kavim kavina upamatravastamam, whose glory we are trying to describe only through comparisons. When we say Koti Surya Samaprabha, someone whose effulgence is equal to Koti Surya's light. I mean, it's actually more than that. But we don't know how to describe it. So we limit ourselves to comparing upamanangal, comparing similes, examples. This is like that. Actually, what Arjuna is really saying, Kamalapatraksha, it's not like a lotus-eyed Purusha. He's not saying that. By looking at your eyes, the beauty of it reminds me of the beauty of the leaf of the lotus plant, Kamalapatraksha, my dear Krishna. Tvattaha, from you, bhutanam, because Bhagavan says in the beginning, right? We just covered that in the previous adhyayam, how he says, I'm Adihi cha, Madhya cha, Antaha cha, etc., right? So he said, Tvattaha, from you, bhutanam, all the beings, all the appearances and disappearances, bhavapyayau, the beginning, they appear, all the beings, appearances and disappearances. That is covered under the phrase bhavapyayau. Maya, by me, vistarasaha, in detail. Srutau hi, have been listened to, isn't it? I've listened to it, isn't it? Okay. The he means there's an exclamation mark. Srutau is to hear, to listen. Avyayam, indestructible, something that cannot be destroyed. Mahatmyam api cha, the mahatvam, the greatness of the glory, of your glory. Also, srutau hi, have been listened to, isn't it? He's asking. Bhavapyayau hi bhutanam srutau vistaraso maya tvattak kamalapatraksha mahatyam api chavyayam. Slokam number 3. Parameswara, I understand that it is as you have described yourself. I now wish to see your glorious form, Purushottama, he says. It's a beautiful request from Arjuna. After asking a very valid question of where can I find you, all things around me, and hearing the examples and the final teaching from the Lord, why are you worried about the different manifestations? Just understand. I am present in all. I am the supporter of all. I am all pervasive. I am also the indweller in all the things, right? Sarva bhuta antaratma. You see, Bhagavan says that. So both that is described in the final slokam that we saw in the last adhyayam. Arjuna takes that to heart. Then he says, yes, it is all as you have described to me. I understand it. But Parameswara, my dear Krishna, now I wish to see you present in all the things, the all-pervasive form that you say that you are. I wish to see it. It's like a discussion with an innocent child. You tell the child something, and the child asks back, "Can I do it?" There is no barrier, and Bhagavan loves it. That feeling, Bhagavan loves it. So when he says, "Can I see it? Will you not show that to me? Will you not give that to me?" It is like that. And just watch now how Bhagavan is going to respond and shower his grace on Arjuna and also on all of us who are blessed to experience this. Slokam number 3. Evametat yathatha tvam atmanam parameswara drishtum ichchami te rupam aiswaram Purushottama. Evam etat yathatha tvam atmanam parameswara drishtum ichchami te rupam aiswaram Purushottama. Padangal are evam etat yathatha. Evam etat yatha. Then the next word is artha. That's yata artha. Tvam atmanam parameswara drishtum ichchami te rupam aiswaram Purushottama. Parameswara, he is asking. Parameswara, the Lord of everything. Okay? He is the Lord. Yata, in whichever way, in what? Tvam, you. Atmanam, yourself. Atha, describe. In whichever way you describe yourself, etat, that is, evam, it is only that. This is the way now I understand it. The way you described yourself is the way it really is. Not any other way. It is the way it is because you are the person who only knows. So I understand it that. Then, but, however, Purushottama, te, your Aiswaram Rupam. Aiswaram Rupam. It's beautiful, phenomenal Rupam, the form of the Lord who's present in Aiswaryam. And what is Aiswaryam? It is not limited to monetary wealth. It is not limited to power, position, health, all types of wealth that we have. No. Aiswaryam is a wealth that is present in everything around us and in us also. The ability to hear is an Aiswaryam. The ability to speak is an Aiswaryam. The blessing to be present, listening to the Lord's words is an Aiswaryam. Okay? Time is Aiswaryam. Everything is Aiswaryam. So Aiswarya Rupam. Bhagavan, where are you present here? Bhagavan is present in Aiswaryam form everywhere in order to nourish and protect us and guide us and take us back to the lotus feet. For that we need Aiswaryam, right? That wealth, that sampat. And Bhagavan is going to talk about later, the various forms of sampat, okay? So he's saying Aishwarya Rupam, which is the unity in all the diverse appearances and manifestations all around us. That is the Aishwarya Rupam. That Aishwarya Rupam, te, your Aishwarya Rupam, drashtum, to see, ichchami, I desire. Parameswara, okay, evam etat yatha tvamatmanam parameswara, drashtum ichchami te rupam, aiswaram Purushottama. Slokam number 4. My Lord, if you think I can see it, then my Yogeshwara, bless me, show me your indestructible form. Manyase yadi tachakhyam maya drishtumiti prabho Yogeshwara tato me tvam darsayatmanam abhyayam. Manyase yadi tachakhyam maya drishtum iti prabho Yogeshwara tato me tvam darsayatmanam abhyayam. Yadi tat chakyam maya drashtum iti prabho Yogeshwara tataha me tvam darsaya Atmanam Avyayam. Bhagavan is indestructible. We see Avyayam. It comes so many times we have seen it. Indestructible. But what is indestructible? We are not able to see it. Everything we see is really destructible. So he is asking beautifully, the Atmanam Avyayam, your Avyayam Atmanam, the indestructible form. What is it? What is it? I want to see it. Will you show that to me? So, the Prabhu, that, maya, by myself, drashtum, to see, chakyam iti, that means I deserve, I am blessed to see it. Thus, manyase yati, if you think, in other words, if you think I can see it, okay, to translate it literally, okay, in a simple manner. Yogeshwara, then, tvam, you, me, to me, avyayam, atmanam, indestructible form, your form, atmanam, your own form, darsaya, show me, give me the darshanam of that. That's what he says, okay? Manyase yadi tachakyam maya drashtumiti prabho Yogeshwara tato me tvam darsaya atmanam avyayam. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om.